They say every school has a haunted hallway, a cursed locker, a staircase that leads somewhere it shouldn't. But at Jefferson High, we didn't have ghost stories. Not until we found the door. A rusted, padlocked door behind the old gym. A place no one remembered, Dan, maybe for good reason. When we opened it, we weren't just unlocking a room. We were letting something out. It started on a dare. Friday afternoon, last period. Our substitute chemistry teacher had left the class early, so naturally, someone pulled out a Ouija board. Jesse dared me, Alex, and Mark to sneak into the basement after school. Not the maintenance basement everyone knew about, the old one. The off-limits one. We knew about it from Mr. Carpenter, the janitor. He was old, half-blind, and always muttering about doors that shouldn't be opened. We thought it was just creepy janitor talk. But curiosity won. We met at 6 p.m. The halls were empty. The lights buzzed faintly overhead. The old gym had been closed for years. Cracked floors, collapsed bleachers, moldy walls. We crawled under a broken panel near the locker rooms and found stairs leading down. It was colder than it should have been, and that's when we saw the door. Heavy steel, bolted, padlocked, but one of the locks had already been broken, fresh scratches around it, as if someone had just been there. Mark looked at us. You sure we want to do this? Alex smiled. Too late. Now, we pried the last lock loose and pushed the door open. The smell hit us first. Mold, dust, decay, like something had been rotting for years. Inside was a small concrete room. One flickering bulb hung from the ceiling. The walls were covered in peeling green paint and tally marks. Hundreds of them. In the far corner was a small bed frame, rusted and snapped in the middle. Chains lay on the floor, bolted to the wall. Not prop chains, real ones. And then we saw the drawings. Scrawled in red ink, or maybe dried blood, were dozens of symbols. Circles, eyes, hands, mouths. And in the center of the room was a message. Do not speak. Do not answer. Do not look her in the eyes. We backed out, slowly. No one spoke until we were back upstairs. Jessie was waiting by the gym entrance. What took so long? She asked. Alex, pale as a sheet, said, we shouldn't have gone in there. And that night the screaming began. At 3:13 a.m. My phone buzzed. It was a voice memo from Mark. Just static. Then a distant scream. High female, agonizing. I called him. No answer. Next morning, he didn't come to school. Neither did Alex. I texted Jessie. She said she hadn't slept either. She heard footsteps outside her window, but she lived on the second floor. That afternoon, I biked to Mark's place. His mom answered, eyes puffy. He won't come out of his room, she whispered. He says. Someone followed him back. I went upstairs. Knocked. No answer. Then I heard whispering. Not Mark. A girl's voice. Saying the same thing over and over. You looked. You looked. You looked. Mark went missing 2 days later. Police found his window wide open and claw marks on the floorboards. Alex disappeared the next night. I begged Jessie to meet me at the school. We had to return. Lock it up. Seal the room. Do something. She agreed. We broke back into the gym. It was worse now. The air was thick, buzzing with low frequencies. You felt more than heard. We descended the stairs. The door was open. Inside, the room had changed. The symbols now pulsed faintly. The bed frame was gone, and in the corner was a mirror. Jessie gasped. Our reflections weren't right. They smiled first. That night, I dreamt of the room. But I wasn't me. I was chained to the wall, screaming, bleeding, and something was laughing. I woke up to banging on my window. Jessie, pale eyes wide. She's in my mirror, she sobbed. I saw her mouth move. She said she wants out. The next day, Jessie was gone, and I was alone. But sometimes I still hear her scream. Every night, 3:13 a.m., from my phone. Even when it's off. The room isn't closed. Because she got out and she's still looking for someone to take her place. Everyone in our town knew the rule. Don't go into the forest after dark. And if you hear someone calling your name from the trees, don't answer. Ever. We laughed it off like dumb kids do. Until we didn't. Until it was too late. And by then, one of us had already answered. Summers in Ashwood were hot, sticky, and boring. The only place to hang out was near the woods, a thick, ancient forest that seemed to go on forever. Parents warned us to stay away. Said people went missing. We didn't believe them. Me, Eli, Brielle, and Jonah spent every evening at the forest's edge. We'd light a small fire, tell stories, play music. It felt safe. Until the night Jonah heard his name. Jonah. A whisper. Soft, feminine. He turned. Did you hear that? We hadn't. Brielle dared him to follow it. See where the ghost leads. You. He laughed and walked into the trees. We followed, giggling, flashlights dancing through the branches. That's when we saw the old path. It hadn't been there before. We walked for what felt like minutes, but our phones said 2 hours had passed. Then we saw the cottage. Small, crumbling, covered in vines. Jonah went inside first. He didn't come out. We followed. The door creaked. Open. Inside, the air was stale. Dust and beams of moonlight, a fireplace full of ash. And a mirror. Always the mirror. Jonah stood in front of it, whispering. She says, it's okay. She says, it's beautiful. We tried to pull him back, but he turned, eyes black. Not just the pupils, everything. She chose me, he said. Then he screamed and vanished. We ran. Branches scratched, roots grabbed our ankles. But we didn't stop until we reached the edge. It was dawn. Our phones were dead. My watch was broken, but one thing was clear. Jonah was gone. That night, I heard whispering outside my window. Eli, come back. She misses you. Eli moved away a week later. Brielle stopped speaking, wouldn't eat, wouldn't sleep. Then one night she came to my house, eyes hollow. I see her in every reflection. We smashed every mirror in her house. It didn't help. She vanished the next night. Only her phone was found on it. A recording. I told you not to answer now, it's just me. Sometimes I still walk by the forest, sometimes. I still hear them, just Jonah or Brielle. But others. Voices. I don't recognize. We are so many now. They whisper. Come home. I never answer. Not anymore. But I still wonder what happens if I do. And one day, I might. It was supposed to be a quiet retreat. No phone, no work. Just a weekend in the woods. The cabin looked perfect, rustic, remote, peaceful, until I noticed the mirror. The one facing the bed. The one that didn't reflect quite right. The one that blinked escape into nature. The listing said, a peaceful stay for writers, artists, and dreamers. I needed the break, burned out, overworked, so I booked it. 3 nights. Secluded cabin, off-grid when I arrived. The sun was setting. The place was cute if a little too quiet then. I saw the mirror. Big wall length facing the bed. Odd placement. The first night I felt watched. Woke up cold. Saw something move in the mirror, but nothing behind me. I checked. Just me. Second night, I woke to whispers. He can't see us yet. I turned on the light. Mirror, normal. But my reflection lagged. I pressed on the glass. Hollow. Tapped around it. Wood, glass. Then, thud. An echo. Behind the mirror, I checked the sides, found screws, removed them. The mirror swung open like a door. Behind it, a room, a single chair, camera, microphone, candy wrappers. Someone had been watching for a long time. I found a notebook. Subject 43. Watches, self-sleep. Talks and sleep, smiles sometimes. My name was at the top. I ran, tried to leave. My car wouldn't. Start. No signal. Came back inside. Mirror was back in place. Screws redone. Then I saw the new note on the bed. Thank you for your reactions. You've been entertaining. That night, I didn't sleep. I sat with a knife. At 3 a.m. The mirror swung open again. A figure stepped out, masked, holding a camera. I lunged up, but they vanished like smoke. Only the mirror remained. I made it out the next morning. Car started. Signal returned. Cops searched the cabin. Found nothing. No hidden room, they said. But I know what I saw. Because sometimes, in my bedroom, mirror I see the chair. And it's not empty.